Imagine somebody calls you on the phone, but you know that person has a dog or a small child, and therefore you can't answer that phone. You can't have that phone call, because hearing that, even through the phone, would be physically painful to your ear. That's hyperacusis. Imagine getting an email like this and wanting to go, but knowing that you can't because there'll be a lot of people, a lot of noise, and so you politely reply saying that you cannot come. And once again, this event that you would like to go to but can only dream about is ruined because of hyperacusis. Assume you are fortunate enough to find a therapist that understands something about autism and hyperacusis, and that you work very hard for 3.5 years with strategies such as cognitive behavioral therapy, that you're actually able to get some help and relief for your hyperacusis, that you even meet in a private room because you cannot withstand the noises specifically made by small children running through the therapy building, squealing and screaming, or other people screaming or crying because they're in therapy. Even though you understand they're in pain, it is simply too loud and too upsetting to the ear. Imagine that for 3.5 years you work through all these different strategies, take all these different medications, but then after working very hard and being told what a good patient you are, they're very surprised all of a sudden when you're falling down in bed sleeping all day because nothing has changed, and the highlight of your week is going to see your therapist. That's hyperacusis. Imagine there is actually one place you can go that's outside of your 4 walls, roof, and floor for a little while to get some air, which is a forest preserve that has absolutely no children, very little chance of ever meeting a dog, that's only frequented by men, which is a little bit on the risky side, but you'll choose that over the bigger, more populated forest preserves. That's hyperacusis. Imagine also going to this forest preserve, which is, like I said, predominantly frequented by grown males, meeting up on their motorcycles or whatever, or in their pickup trucks to talk, have a beer, or whatever, because you cannot go outside your house. You cannot go outside into your backyard because your neighbor has a big loud dog that barks all the time and is ear-splitting to your ears and rattles your nerves. That's hyperacusis. Even your front yard is a battleground because you have neighbors that have kids that scream, and they don't just play like regular kids would play. They have to really scream. You go to this secluded place because you have hyperacusis. You take mace, you take a billy club, you put yourself at risk because you have hyperacusis, and you're desperate to get outside.